Greetings, Keishlings. Keishan Prime here with another One Punch Man Power Up video. This time we're tackling Pig God, S-Class Rank 10 Hero. Chapter 103 gave me so much inspiration for power-ups, along with some fairly simple ideas, more complex ideas, and one that might be completely impossible within this universe, which is kind of saying something, wouldn't you say? The first idea is pulverizing pig ball. This is inspired by a show from the early 2000s called Mucha Lucha. It was mass wrestling, kids going to a school to learn it, and the main character, Ricochet, he would turn himself into a ball and just pinball himself around the ring. And I thought, Pig God's a fat tub of lard. I mean, it wouldn't take much for him to become a ball already, as he is more or less one. So all he has to do is kind of tuck and roll and then just use his large girth to crush monsters, break through barriers. And this could easily be combined with a strong hero like Darkshine. And he's like, hey, can someone give me a push? And it's like, sure, buddy, and just punches him and he goes shooting down the street. So good combination there, you know, real camaraderie in the hero association. Next is vacuum cannon. This is think like non-powered up Kirby, you know, where he doesn't swallow the enemy to gain their powers, and he'll just shoot whatever he's either an enemy or debris that he's sucked in, and he'll shoot out as a projectile. I thought, well, Pig God can just, you know, he's probably got decent lung capacity, right? Yeah, right, I would assume. I mean, he scarfs down all that food. I'm sure some of it he just sucks in. I would assume that, the Hero Association could probably give him, reusable, cannonballs or something that they, fly in, and then he'll just use those. But if those don't, arrive on time, he can use building material or whatever. Because I imagine if he starts sucking in cars and then they get destroyed, that's a lot of collateral damage that I don't think the association wants anything to do with after a certain point. So the reusable cannonballs that they just gotta rinse off and recollect every once in a while, I think would be alright. Next is Borzilla. My friend Grim Reaper of the One Punch Man podcast had a similar idea when we did the 103 discussion podcast, and so it's good that other people are having similar ideas, but I'll give him credit for this one. A trait that you notice in 103 is that Pig God just kind of continues to expand, and we've kind of seen that he unhinges his jaw to accommodate larger sums of food. So, his physiology is just so unknown to us that I kind of wonder, and Grimm mentions this a lot during the podcast, it's we don't see kaijus in the series. Well, as the series goes along, larger monsters we'll probably see, other than just Elder Centipede, and I think the 100-eye octopus are the only real ones that we've seen so far. So kaiju threats will probably be a thing in the future. So why, if Pig God eats enough, he would essentially become a kaiju as well, at least for a time. So I thought, why not give him, because of the Hero Association giving, whatever items that you need to become a better hero, why don't they give him, a large metal ball that they would fly in? He eats just to regurgitate it later, possibly, and then it just makes him really big. And then he can block streets, push buildings that are falling out of the way of people, trying to, maybe catch people from falling buildings, or maybe as a landing pad, because You know, like he probably wouldn't notice a small person just landing on his stomach and be like, "You're awesome, Pig God." And he's like, "I know, I'm also full," you know, kind of deal. But so yeah, I also maybe if he combined that with like some form of sumo, he could really be quite the kaiju fighting threat. Um, and then finally, Copy Hog. Like I said, this is the one that's probably the most outlandish idea that I can come up with for this guy. It's inspired by Hawk's transport from Seven Deadly Sins. Also, a bit of Kirby thrown in there as well. I do love my Kirby. This is the least likely, as I've said. Essentially, like if Zombie Man were to act as a middleman between Pig God and Dr. Genus, and then Dr. Genus gave Pig God's DNA a little all rearrangement there. He could maybe anything that he eats, he takes on the traits of, at least until he digests. So, like, say, if the monster has spikes, he gains spikes. If the monster has armor, he now has armor. That kind of thing. And a way to balance this, because it seems very powerful, is, as I said, once he digests the meal in question, he'll lose the ability, just like Hawk does in Seven Deadly Sins. And this would even work as a failsafe should he ever go rogue, which is highly unlikely. He seems like a very upstanding, righteous person, so I don't think he's going to become like the next threat for the series. But it's always good to keep a fallback plan. So writing in that one thing to keep him from becoming a all-powerful threat who just keeps eating monsters and gaining new powers, probably for the best. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Let me know what you thought, any ideas that you've had for the big lug. And thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Discord, Twitch. Links down below. Also, Grimm's channel down below as well, because he helped inspire an idea. So give the guy a watch. And until next time, Quiche-lings, roll out.